Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH. Plus, we've been doing good work lately. Semi-good work. Don't even talk to me about the cursed run we failed semi-recently. Apart from that, though, we've been killing it. What is the thing on the right side of the post-it note? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, dude. You know what? Huh? So Mega Satan is bottom left. And it's the negative that's far right. So when I was looking at every character, they were all missing the negative, and I was just losing my mind for no reason. Okay, sick. I don't... Actually, okay, let me... You can't knock out the negative and Mega Satan on the same run. So we might as well, like, try to get two birds stoned at once. Eden has not beaten... Eden is not beaten. Eden is not beaten... Cathedral, down to the chest, has not beaten the negative, has not beaten Hush, has not beaten Mega Satan, and has not beaten Greedier. So we can actually do an Eden run here, and it really doesn't matter what path we take. Trinket Smelter, the best hairstyle in the game. We Elsa boys. I've never seen Frozen, so don't get mad. EQ88, Pizza W. And Friendly Ball. Let's look at our stats here. The stats are the kind of relevant, we have Little Haunt as well, but the stats are the more relevant characteristic. We have a good rate of fire, full stop, no asterisk required. We have bad damage, full stop, no asterisk required. Range combined with shot speed is pretty bad. HP is lovely. Good starting trinket as well, that immediately gets smelted. We can use that as long as we remember that we have it. Speed is adequate. Luck is bad, but, you know, all in all, the fact that we have HP effectively means this is a run that it should be relatively straightforward to pilot it to victory, you know. You find yourself having to be a little bit more creative when your HP is lower, but because our HP is completely fine, got very little to worry about. It's not an XL floor, so we, like, might as well get that extra penny. We might as well blow that up as well. Now, don't die, like, immediately here. That would be quite embarrassing, I have to admit. We want one more key so we can go to whatever the double key room is, but apart from that, I think, you know, the game plan for us here is pretty darn simple. Live long enough, get that I mean, this is like me explaining how to play the Binding of Isaac for someone who's never experienced it before. Use our spirit arts to leverage ourselves into a deal with the devil after the second boss fight. Hope that the deal with the devil contains things that are actually good, and then pretty much you're off to the races at that point, as long as your HP is borderline acceptable. So I did botch that. It's a shame because one bomb would, like, pretty much neutralize the bosses here, at least one of them. Don't rush me. Don't rush me! Thank you. I was kind of hoping to get one more cent because we could really take advantage of a blood bank on the next floor, but we'll just head downstairs instead. I think that's okay. It's a good first floor. And actually, it's a good and a bad first floor because we didn't really get anything out of our item room, and then actually, getting blue cap is awesome, except for the fact that our shot speed is already garbage. And shot speed is kind of, I mean, I'm happier to have the rate of fire increase than I am sad to have the shot speed decrease, but simultaneously I am kind of like, you know, shot speed ups are relatively rare. I think I have the perception that they're more common than they actually are because they're mostly useless, but in this situation they'd actually be good. So, you know, something... Speedball is almost like the perfect item. Contributes to spun, solves our slightly below average speed, and at the same time also gives us enough shot speed to hopefully not have that be a limiting factor for us here, but either way, we're probably good. In dire need of some damage improvements, but apart from that, we're set here. I like how I pick up a new item from the booster pack, the eyeball tears, and I'm like, I hate it, and I'm old. And then I get a new hairstyle from the booster pack, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. You're probably watching this video, I'm utilizing this as an example. Basically, I'm gonna poke fun at what you said to me, while also adding a no offense. But I understand that a few people, not a ton, I'm gonna go back, we should just go for the KO here. a few people, not a ton, but a few people were like a little displeased. Upset would be too much of an exaggeration. That I picked up those eyeball tears and I was like, these are bad. I got a lot of tweets that were like, hey, here's some synergies you've never experienced. But I did also get like a tweet chain from one dude who was like, it culminated with a tweet that just said, just so you know, you have a really bad habit to be dismissive of something out of instinct, and it's a bad look. And I was like, my dude, we're talking about an item in a video game. People, when they tell me about their experiences in real life, they're like, oh, you know, I went to Kyrgyzstan this weekend. I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. But I picked up eyeball tears, evaluated them accordingly based on the criteria that I had in front of me. Little Brim is going to be very nice here. And wasn't a big fan, but also sort of reserved judgment for future situations. Try not to read too much into it. This isn't the real Northernlion. Like, I'm a pretty genuine guy in my videos, but the real Northernlion, you know, would be watching Step Brothers and eating Cheetos all day on the couch. Or he'd be playing The Binding of Isaac, but without commentary or something. This is the exaggerated character of Northernlion. Actually, the real Northernlion would be spending time with his family right now. The real Ryan, I should say. I guess we should get out of here. Speaking of which, you guys seen Season 2 of Real Rob, starring Rob Schneider? No, okay, yeah, me neither. Down to the next floor. I'm just saying you can't judge too much based on what you can't, and it's borderline offensive to infer something about my personality from the way that I feel about an item that was added in a booster pack. But I also read a lot of those tweets and I was like, you know what? I may have misjudged it a little bit. I may have underestimated potential synergies, because sure, soy milk, lump of coal combined with eyeball tears, then we got some power there. This is a regular secret room. Kind of a weird location for it, but we're gonna give it a shot regardless. Absolutely, we will smelt that. The more the merrier. Don't take this, by the way, as you know, oh, have sympathy. I was cyberbullied. You know, cyberbullying is a real thing. It exists. It's not what Dan did to Malf in the Battleground series, despite what some of the comments, like a couple of the episodes would say, but I digress. Those comments are relatively harmless. I got a pretty good social media feed. Mostly people are just like, where's this? And I'm like, oh, I forgot to post it. Here it is. And then they go, thank you. Or I go, machine's broke. And they go, understandable. Have a nice day. I've managed to get saddled. Saddled is usually a bad word, but I'm trying to think of what the good analog. Blessed would be the word. With a community that is quite erudite most of the time. And relatively positive, to be honest with you. And I'm appreciative of it. Oh, don't step on those. So we got Head of the Keeper. Head of the Keeper's good in this situation because we have Bloody Penny. So it renders us... Oh, it kind of stinks. First off, that I took so much damage there. But also that dime is over there. If we can get maybe the ability to fly somewhere along the lines here, that would help out. So if we get an arcade on the next floor, probably a pretty good chance we get Blood Bag. Blood Bag always, well, most of the time, very nice. I may get Compass, but I also kind of want to donate some money to continue our progress there, you know? Small Rock, please. Although Small Rock is a speed downgrade, so we should be concerned. Alright, you know, I decided I want the item, but I don't want it right away. I want it to sit there and be like, you know what you've done. I'm not even going to use a bomb to get the Spirit Heart yet. So I just want to caution you that this run isn't yet as good as it looks. You're looking at this, you're going Little Brim, money, and actually this boss might be able to tilt things more in our favor, but our damage is actually trashed here. Multi-dimensional baby doesn't help us a ton, but it's okay. Now we're hoping for, like, gup items. Man, okay, so we're still, I think we're up against it, to be honest with you. I think this is kind of a hard run. I'm going to go down to the next floor. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I'm going to continue to narrate everything I do in excruciating detail. I'm now sending a signal from my brain to depress the right arrow key in order to shoot in that direction. Now, we're not going to follow it to that illogical extreme. You guys ever, and I'm very much not this guy most of the time, so feel free to roll your eyes. But every once in a while, unaided by potentially legal or illegal substances, because I know that whenever people get philosophical, they go, "Oh, how many pots have you smoking?" But anyway, first off, that's an antiquated attitude. That's deprecated in today's modern harm reduction era. But anyway, disregard that. How crazy is it? We have, like, in our skull, there's a big old orb of meat. It's I can't stress this enough. It's flesh. It's like edible organic matter. Within that, we possess the capabilities, like that organ possesses the capabilities to solve problems. That is mess with me today. And, you know, sometimes I would roll my eyes at the fact that I said that to begin with, because you're like, yeah, well, for some people it's better than others, I suppose. You can be snarky about it, but isn't that... It's the power of, like, genes and evolution. We've evolved... yeah, we might as well take it. Why not, right? We've evolved a piece of meat that can write songs. Like, it's amazing at first that it can even... The piece of meat can manipulate your hand in such a way that you could write, with a pen and on a piece of paper, but the fact... I'm just trying to, like, distill this down to brass tacks, because it sounds like I'm being ineloquent here, and I think that that's a valid criticism. We have a piece of meat inside of our skulls that can solve problems. It's just kind of messing with me right now, because you know... When you don't think about it, you just go, yeah, it's the brain. That's what the brain does. Duh. When you think about it on a more literal level, we literally have, like, a cut... Well, it's not a cut of steak, but you know what I mean. It's semi-analogous to a cut of steak. That was a terrible idea. It lives in our skull, and it goes, oh, here's abstract reasoning capabilities for you. That's incredible, dude. We are mad lucky. This is going to be another trinket, so I'm happy about that. I'm also really happy about the deal with the devil. Although it's still, you know, we got to make it be good, so let's see how it works. That's, like, exceptional, but also very scary, because I want to take all of this, and really should not, because Bloody Penny is very valuable. We have taken a deal with the devil so far. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by taking Goat Head. And the reason I'm going to start with Goat Head is because it allows me to, what's the other one here? Lover's card? We'll hold it for now. It allows me to get back into this deal with the devil. First off, it's good in its own right, but then beyond that, it allows me to get back into that deal with the devil. Perhaps we will find an arcade over the course of this floor, and we will, as a result, have a good chance to get a blood bank. That blood bank has a pretty good chance to give us a blood bag. And we're, able to get more HP. We might consider taking the Mark, for example. Or, sorry, the Pact was the one that was in there. We also, you know, still have our item room that could just give us HP to begin with. So I think it was like a... It was like a time-delayed choice on our deal with the devil here. I'm happy with this decision. I don't really want to take Gimpy unless we get a ton of money, because our luck is not good enough to, I think, make it very applicable. But we might be able to actually raise it here as well. It's just... This, oh my god, he came in hot off the presses there. So, Varicose Veins is not going to be great for us with 2.9 damage, but Varicose Veins plus Fanny Pack plus a Smelted Bloody Penny. I think there's... Ooh, we were only 1 cent away from Red Candle that whole time. I think it's pretty good, because now we get a lot of advantages for being hit as I caffeinate again here. But, like, dude... I hear people say sometimes, and I empathize with this, I understand where you're coming from. They go, I wish I could just be a cat. You know, they sleep all day, they get fed food that they like even though it's garbage, they play, you know, they have a good life most of the time, I would say. I'm gonna get, like, very aggressive here. I don't want to get the teleportation, and I don't really want to fight the angel statues, but... I mean, I suppose we could get the key pieces and fight Mega Satan here. Before we do this, though, let's, be a little smarter. I think we have time, too, right? Yeah, we're still, like, ahead of schedule. I want to peep this. Maybe we'll get something half decent. We've got, like, 8 trinkets smelted. I think we've got a good excuse to go with Guppy's head. And let's peep this as well. Let's, like, literally do whatever we can. And that was exquisite. Although it does make me not really want to, play the, self-sacrifice room anymore. But anyway, I was on this cat tangent. I am, like, eternally grateful to have been born a human being, because I think it's a unique experience on the planet Earth. It's incredible. A cat is like, I'm hungry. What do I do about it? You got a particularly smart cat, it meows. There you go. I recognize this because it's my own cat solution to the problem. Mankind can be like, we went into outer space on a ship that we built and kept a bunch of people alive. Like, that's incredible. Do you know how many problems there are on the chain of getting a human being into outer space? Oh, we need enough Delta V to get off of planet Earth. Solved. Oh, we need heat shielding so they don't burn up in the atmosphere. Solved. Oh, we need, you know, it just, the list goes on and on. We need to calculate the proper trajectory to fly through outer space. It's incredible. We're like the scariest species in Earth's history. Well, I don't know. There are T-Rexes and stuff, but also like the dopest. It's, I think, you know, we're incredible. People oftentimes have the opinion, and I don't necessarily disagree with this, but they go, people are bad. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go for this now, by the way, because at least we'll have 1 HP on the next floor, which still allows us to sort of take advantage of Bloody Penny, and take a deal with the devil, I guess, which is good with Goat Head. But we want to go maybe a little faster, although I guess we don't really need to do boss rush because we've already done it, so to some extent disregard. People are capable, you know, being smart is not always necessarily, I would say it's like always a good thing, but doesn't necessarily mean you're a good person just because you're intelligent. However, and you know, the same applies to countries and organizations and so on and so forth, but still. Mankind is pretty cool, right? And Al, have you watched the news recently? No, I haven't, okay? I mean, we'll save that rant for another time. But just know, news, I've got a bone to pick with you. Like, why are you on at 6 p.m.? That's halfway through my day. It's not nearly... How much news could... No, that's not the rant. Anyway, disregard. This is a good Isaac run, or Eden run if you want to be more pedantic about it, which, you know, I do. But it's also very strange, because this is lower damage than you start with on a lot of Eden runs. Dude, don't make me laugh. But it's still somewhat strong. So, we'll probably take the Joker card. It's a bit of like... The Sun might be more valuable, especially if we want to get boss rush, but the Joker is a boss rush teleporter. We can actually hold Petrified Poop still. Trinket Smelter is actually... I shouldn't have been, like, so wringing my hands over whether or not to get rid of Trinket Smelter, because Trinket Smelter actually has stored value. It's like one of the only spacebar items. I guess the other ones would be, like, ones that change your stats, but it's one of the only spacebar items that actually, like... retains some of its usefulness after it's gone. Definitely will take starter deck. Lover's card, not worth much. I will take that. And actually, you know what? Go a little deeper on this. I'm not going to buy too many Spirit Hearts. I don't think we need them. We'll take Black Candle, which I think is an excellent item. Compost has some value for us here for sure. With Fish Head already smelted. I'll take theirs options. It's got like 2 floors to benefit me, and it's just kind of an easy pick, so I'll take it. Obviously, like, it would be big to get Guppy on this run. Pretty self-explanatory. We suggest it all the time. Little Brim can carry us for a fairly long time. If we had enough HP, it could carry us, potentially through the entirety of the game. So I'm gonna skip the curse room, and you're gonna be like, don't skip the curse room, you want to become Guppy. Yeah, but we could also get to boss rush. And I value a free boss rush pickup more than I value going to the curse room right now. That's not a good trinket. We get another Guppy item. I don't care about permanent Polaroid invincibility. And this is where we got to exercise self-control, because it's very tempting to just pop the Joker card right now in the hopes of getting Guppy. And if it worked, it would be the right decision. But that's, you know, one of the things about probability, I suppose, is the knowledge that just because something worked out doesn't mean it's the right decision. Like, if you had a 1 in 20 chance to win $1 million, but a 19 in 20 chance to die, if it works out, if you get that amazing roll that gives you $1 million, was it the right decision to do it? I don't know. I don't believe that that's the case. First off, that's a terrible deal. I think it's just... And by the way, there's probably some of you out there that are going, I would take that, you know. Because in the 1 in 20 odds, you get $1 million, you're set. Yeah, but is that worth, like, literally a 95% chance of losing your actual life? I would say no. I'm gonna stream-splain it. You know? I'm gonna act like I'm an authority on the subject and my opinion is more valuable than yours. Because you're worth more than that, okay? You can do it. Make them hold out for 50-50 at least. That's all I'm saying. It's a bit of a dark joke. I'm just saying, there's if you, I think if you gave me, everybody's got their right price, right? If you were like 90% chance you'll get $1 million, 10% chance you'll die, I wouldn't take it. Because, I mean, 10%, when the consequences are large, I think that's a big number. Too big for me to feel comfortable with. But if you were like 999 times out of 1,000 you'll get $1 million, and the 1 in 1,000 you'll get murdered, I might be persuaded. You could probably, and I imagine a lot of people's price is probably lower than that. But we don't really need Steam Sale unless we're going to fight Hush. So I think we just buy this to see where it takes us. We'd probably buy the Spirit Heart as well, if we could walk over it. But yeah, I think... I'm wary about saying this because in my head I'm irrational. And I'm like, what if somebody comes to me with this deal? The condition, by the way, has to be that it's fair. They can't be like, oh, there's a 1 in 100,000 chance you get the negative consequences. And then they, you know, are just lying. See, that's another reason to probably not engage with these supernatural tricksters that are, in theory, applying this. So I think you just go to Boss Rush first, because we have the Joker card and the Goat Head. So here, I mean, I don't love it necessarily, but you gotta take a little Monstro out of all these, I think. Probably make a case for Sack Dagger, although I will admit to you, things are looking a little scary HP-wise, but trying to, like, raise our ability to kill enemies. So we are going to the chest this time, because we took the Polaroid. I think that's completely fine. We are only 1 item away from becoming Guppy. So, like, I'm super happy that we did not use our Joker card on the last floor right when we got there, because we would have just not gotten much. Oh, no. Okay, we got 2.5 hearts. Just play it cool. This is about where you reach the point where you look for, like, Black Lotus in here. Not gonna get it. We should be fine, but I hesitate to say that, because I think, again, people are gonna look at this run and be like, you got no reason to die on this run. We have a really good reason to die on this run. Our damage is 3.83, our speed is 0.97, and, there is a little bit of my own personal folly. Oh, that was just actually horrible. There is a little bit of my own personal folly. I probably got overly aggressive on deals with the devil. I'll give you that. But at the same time, we basically had like 3 or 4, actually maybe 5 item rooms that provided us with no value. A lot of, like, really bad actives showed up on this run, and our stats have not really improved. We got a lot of little Brim helping us out and a good rate of fire, and that's what's driving the bus right now. Plus, actually, like, in aggregate, we've got a really good setup thanks to Trinket Smelter. Like, Guppy's head is twice as good because we're generating twice as many flies. You gotta go Synth Oil. I hate to say it, but we need both damage and speed. You gotta go Synth Oil. But I don't mean that Synth Oil is a damage plus speed upgrade. I just mean, like, both of those syringes contain things that are useful for us. There's an angel statue in there. Both of those syringes contained things that were useful for us. I have to try. But I had to go, you know, with first principles. Damage is probably more important than speed in this situation. We did not get, first off, one fly. What happened? Secondly, we didn't get a key piece for killing the angel statue in the devil room. All these little fiddly Isaac things I don't remember all the time. Well, that last floor was not really good enough. That's a good card. That's a decent card. That's not really a good card. Not right now, anyway. And once you get down to the womb, in my opinion at least, principles kind of reverse themselves a little bit. You know, you don't want to explore more, well, at least when your HP is low. You don't want to explore more than is strictly necessary. I actually, like, got so scared. The word no got caught in my throat, like Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween or something like that. I didn't think that there was another enemy alive on this planet. We have to take the left hand. We need it because it'll give us... Oh, there's a tinted rock too, just survive this room. We need it because it could give us spirit hearts. It could also give us Guppy, I suppose, or teleport us to deals with the devil past this floor where we could get Guppy, because on this floor we have the goat head. Good, 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 good. This would be the worst time to get small rock. Just distill it down to brass tacks. Thank you very much. I don't know if there was a way for me to not get hit there, but thankfully we got that spirit heart earlier that made it plausible. Oh, good. Just in time for the mom fight, we finally go up one luck. Algiz is enormous. Ace of Clubs still sucks. Tower's way worse. Magician's not very good. Chariot could save our lives. So let's take that. And we're going to pop Algiz first, I think. Why am I salty about getting luck? Well, because we've had Gimpy for 4 floors. Only now do we stand a decent chance of getting Spirit Hearts for getting hit, now that we've got 0 HP, so... Hopefully you can understand my salt a little bit. This is an extremely good Algiz. All it had to be was 9 lives. If it was 9 lives, like, we win the run. Well, I think we're going up to the cathedral here, and I'm a little frightened. That's okay. We've made it out of trickier buckets of syrup than this. Fool. Credit card. Huge growth. Yep, I got so mind flooded. I'm still gonna fight these guys. I got so mind flooded. I can't even see Sack Dagger. Oh, you know what? Because it's stuck on one part of my body here. That makes sense. Thanks to the duct tape, which I always call toilet paper. I think you gotta look. Sorry. Couldn't have just been Blue Larry Jr., right? The reason I did that extra room, again, the one that killed me, is because I thought that there might be something useful in this room, and clearly that was mistaken, and all of my hope in possibly getting something good in this run has now been lost, but... Guppy's Collar has already saved us, like, more times on this run, or more times on this save file than I think it ever did on the other one, which is really funny to me. That's also, like, deliberately an exaggeration. We had a lot of clutch Guppy's Collar savings, and I refuse to be like, wow, we got so lucky Guppy's Collar saved us, you know? That's what it's there for. Like, it's an item in its own right. It doesn't just enable the Guppy transformation, although most of the time that's what you get out of it. I don't know how I'm No, actually I do. What I was gonna say is I don't know how I can usually aim Little Brim, but I suck playing as Lilith. But the answer is actually, I think, more simple than it might originally seem. We gotta wait until we get like a Chariot card or something, an Algiz rune to play that. Gotta blow up these fires as well. Oh, let's go. If this is a bad idea, but if we get like 3, I would have gone to the curse room. If we get 1 more, I'll probably still go to the curse room. Okay. I really still want to go to the curse room, but I'm gonna abstain. The reason is because there's no knockback on Little Brim, and it kills things like instantly. So, you know, hitting something with 1 tier from Incubus as Lilith normally is not gonna get you the kill. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. But Little Brim, if it connects, is not gonna push the enemy out of the way of the next shot. This is like the exact same room we just had. That was... It took Balls of Steel. Speaking of which, I would love to get Balls of Steel right now. Well, we probably will not be playing any blood banks now that we got a little HP. And, you know, picking up the Eternal Heart there, in my opinion at least, is just like Isaac's version of rules are made to be broken, you know? Most of the time, permanent Polaroid invincibility is what you want, but that's like... It's a situation where you're worried about your quality of life. This is not a situation in which we're worried about quality of life. This is a situation in which we're worried about living. By the way, Gimpy, I'm not asking for much, okay? I'm so mind-flooded! And, oh my god, I'm actually a moron. I deserve to lose for that mistake, but I didn't. And there is, don't be spiders? I think they were spiders. Okay. I mean, disregard. Wow. I do want to point out, it's a little harder with 0.97 speed. Not much, but a little. But the other thing I want to point out, Gimpy has never on Earth done anything for us. Oh, thank God. Okay, I don't know. Get rid of the left hand. You know, we always forget to drop it before the next floor, but... The single black heart might allow us to live long enough. Right, we gotta reverse the way we do this now. Might allow us to live long enough to get down to the chest. And this is a run that if we win, basically we got really, really lucky. Because coming back twice with Guppy's collar, now we're in, you know, luck territory, no question. But would it, like... actually kill you to give me a single Gimpy payout? I know we had negative luck for a while, but like that was really bad. That was a bad play. It's actually like catastrophic to have such low speed at this point, because if we choose wrong, or our positioning is even like mildly off on these beams of light, we got real problems. But we could have compensated for that by not using Guppy's head, which gave us 3 flies for, you know, I'd say the juice ain't worth the squeeze is the best way to put it. We just cannot do that. You gotta be out of your mind. Oh my lord, okay, well, down on the next floor. Use this. Decent. Very good. Excellent. Okay, I mean, Sad Onion doesn't do anything for us yet, but maybe one day. Stigmata's HP, which we could really use. And we shouldn't have used Guppy's, shouldn't use Guppy's head again. You got Illuminated Bulb. So, I think we could win, but my odds of winning, so in my opinion at least, sort of hinge on us getting some items. We got 1.52 luck. I would love to see some items show up. I'm not gonna say we deserve them, just that I would like to see them. And I'm probably gonna use like, you know, 1 sad, I got hit. Probably gonna use like 1 sad bomb per room. Sort of neutralize the situation a bit. He got the Guppy's heads backwards again. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't think I played 10 out of 10 here, but I think I played like 7. Everybody takes bad damage, but in a lot of runs, the bad damage is kind of neutralized by the run being a little bit more high quality. And we've gotten some great items here, but they haven't always worked well in conjunction with others, so that Spirit Heart pickup was very, very important. That's why I endeavored to kill Pestilence first, although I was a little worried Sad Bombs was gonna mess that up for me. Right, okay. So when the last enemy on this room dies, this is definitely where you want to use Sad Bombs as well, by the way. When the last enemy on this room dies, that's when you want to pop Guppy's head. I still think we got a chance here. Gimpy, so many red hearts, and 0 spirit hearts, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, 0 spirit hearts. But I'm not upset. As long as we get the W, you know, everybody gets their name engraved on the Stanley Cup, okay? This is actually a run where we probably should have taken, like, 0 deals with the devil. Just relied on Bloody Penny to carry us, but here we are. On the final room. Just don't get clever. Cleverness, I think, is one of the most overrated traits. Be tenacious. That's valuable. Pay attention to details here. Good, 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 good. Okay, we almost got tagged there. If only we had used, like, picked up duct tape when Sack Dagger was, like, on the right side of our body instead of on the top. Then we would have blocked, well, I mean, I guess it depends which direction you're fighting enemies in most of the time, but I feel like we kind of got a not amazing roll on that. But we lived. There's no world in which I take this one down to the void. You'd have to be out of your mind. But we unlocked Mysterious Paper on a really grindy run. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.